The PlayStation 5 is going to be fast and quiet. What's up guys, welcome back to another video. So the other day we got our first-hand preview of the PlayStation 5 by the way of Japanese YouTubers and influencers who are able to finally play the PS5 and play through Astro's Playroom and Godfall. Now we got a lot of good information out of this. We didn't get to see the UI or anything, but we got to see some of the speeds and the sound of the PS5 and just how quiet and how fast this thing will actually be. Now firstly, with the SSD speeds, one of the Japanese YouTubers and the media released gameplay of Godfall, and they showed that it takes as little as 7 seconds to load into the game, which is extremely incredible, extremely fast, and it's gonna make a huge difference going forward into the next generation. So from the startup of the game to getting into your save file or whatever, it takes as little as 7 seconds to load. Now a game like Godfall, which I think looked absolutely amazing, I'm just gonna pull up some of the gameplay here on the YouTube video. It looks incredible. The graphics, the particle effects, the environments, everything about this game looks like a next generation game. And as you know, this is a PS5 launch game, as well as it's coming for PC, so it's gonna have that next gen look to it. And I'm very excited to play this game and to jump into it just by watching these gameplays and just seeing how good this game actually looks. Like, look at the effects in this scene right here with the fire. Look at the armor on the character. Look at the background and just how clear everything is. It's extremely exciting jumping in, getting ready for this next generation. Now we knew that the PS5 and the Xbox Series X were going to be really fast with the SSDs, and the PS5 touting the faster SSD. So they're expected to have a tiny bit of an advantage when it comes to load times and things like that. Who knows if we'll see that right out of the gate? Who knows if games will be optimized perfectly for the consoles right out of the gate? Because obviously with the next generation, a lot of these games have been in development for a while, and a lot of the games coming out on the next generation in the launch window are also coming out on the previous platforms, so they may not be fully optimized for the PS5 and the Xbox Series X, but it is a very good sign seeing these load times and just seeing how some of these games are starting to look and turn out on these next generation consoles. And on top of seeing the previews of those two games, we actually got our first-hand look at the PlayStation 5 hardware itself. And as expected, as everyone already knew, that the PlayStation 5 was going to be the biggest console ever made, this thing is a massive beast. So it's going to be pretty tough fitting this into your entertainment system. You're gonna most likely have to lay it vertically, and it's gonna be, depending how much space you have, it'll be interesting to see everyone's setup and how they really put this thing, unless you want to put it vertically beside your TV or something. But it's gonna be interesting to see how this console really fits. I mean, I don't think this thing looks too bad. I think the digital version looks a lot better. That disk drive here kind of is just like a popping out bump that kind of takes away from the design a bit, but I'm getting the disk drive, so to me, I'm focusing on this one here, and I think it looks all right. I think it's not a bad looking console. The disc drive, if I said, just doesn't really add to the overall look of the console. But when it comes to design, it comes to size, it comes to any of that stuff, me personally, as long as it works, as long as it stays cool, and as long as it's not too loud, I don't really care how it looks. Now with that being said, it sounds like the PlayStation 5 is going to hit on all of those marks. It sounds like it is going to be quiet, and it is going to stay cool. Now this article here from Push Square says that 4Gamer, who had the hands-on impressions with the PS5, said that they could barely hear the operations of the fans, which is great, because if you know, the PlayStation 4, even the regular and Slim Edition, and the PS4 Pro just get extremely loud at times, and that the console stayed cool, basically saying exactly how the console's cooling solution works is still unclear. But the publication added that it was particularly impressed with performance, considering the console was placed in a 30-degree environment. So this means that the console, a 30-degree environment is pretty hot for a console to be in. So it was there. Obviously, warm air was coming out of the console, but the fans weren't ramping up to cool it off and make it sound like a gen engine like we are generally used to with the PS4 Pro and the PS4. So the design may be big, the design may be bulky, but if it stays cool and it isn't very loud, then I'll be happy with it. Now when looking at the controllers, we got to look at how the light bars are going to look with the different colors indicating which player you are. And it seems like, obviously, you know, with the PS4 controller, they had that light bar I have my PS4 controller here, but there's this light bar that lit up and just completely destroys the battery on the PS4 controller. It was a big issue. A lot of people just ended up turning off that light bar. It's going to be a little bit of a smaller light bar. You can see here with the light bars coming under the touchpad and around it with the different colors, so you know exactly who you are when you're playing multiplayer, couch co-op, stuff like that. So all in all, this first hands-on preview, I mean, was good. It showed us the games, it showed us the load times, it showed us the controllers in use and everything, but there's still a little bit of concern because we haven't seen the UI and we haven't just seen a deep dive into the PS5 like the Xbox Series X. With the Xbox Series X, you pretty much know what you're getting right now on day one in terms of the UI, the box itself, everything that you're going to get within the software and the speeds of the SSDs and things like that. And we haven't seen that fully yet with the PS5. Now, the SSDs look very promising, don't get me wrong, based off of these previews, like I said. But besides that, I want to see that UI. I really want to see the UI before launch, for November 12th, I believe. Yeah, 12th in North America. And I want to see just a deeper dive into the console. And I think Sony's going to do something. They have to. They're probably going to have a press conference, probably going to have some sort of event where they show off all of the things you're able to do with the PlayStation 5's UI, the sharing, social media, gameplay recording, Twitch, all that kind of stuff. They're gonna have to. They're going to. Like, it's without a doubt, I think they're going to do something like that before the launch. I doubt we're gonna make it all the way to the release date with having no idea what the UI looks like. Anyways, I wanted to talk about this PlayStation 5 hands-on because it's really the first time we've really seen it. Besides Jeff Keighley, I believe, playing Astro's Playroom with the PS5 controller a couple of months ago. So let me know what you guys think about this in the comments below. Are you excited from what you've seen from this hands-on? Are you excited about those load times? Because I know I am. I would love to hear your thoughts. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that thumbs up button and make sure to subscribe if you're new to this channel. If you want to stay up to date on all the next gen news and information. I'm going to be getting the Xbox Series X and the PlayStation 5 on day one, and I'll be making tons of videos on both of the consoles to talk about them because I am extremely excited. Anyways, thank you guys all for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.